I came with a new topic, that is the world between wars, which is related to 10th class. Right. See, 10th class is very important for student life. It's a basic basement to the life of the student. Am I correct or not? So that's why we have to focus more on all the subjects, not only on single subject. All 6 subjects are very important. See, let us see. I'll give key information of the lesson as well as what are the important points of the lesson. In an examination view, I will tell you, just you listen and note it down so that it will be easy for you. Right. See, start the lesson, the world between wars. See, now all the countries, means world countries, are very happily living and economically developing, technologically, educationally, healthily. Every country is developing, and along with that, they are encouraging to each other to develop, and giving hand to helping the other countries to develop. But here what happened? They don't want to fight to each other. Few countries are there creating nuisance. They are ready to fight with the other countries. But even though, like India is stable, it is not reacting with their actions, because we know the huge damage of wars. Once we start the war, it will be definitely become Third World War. Yeah, because every country is developed. Every country consists of all chemical bombs, chemical bombs, and which are so powerful. So that's why one country start the war, definitely all the world countries definitely involved in this war. Finally, what is the result? There is big destruction. More destruction we can see. We already saw that. We already tasted the bitterness of the wars. That is why all the world countries are hating to fight each other, and they don't want to start the war. If anyone starts, it definitely leads to Third World War. Right. So today's topic is the world between wars. See, beginning of 20th century. The complete lesson is behind of 20th century. Right. So beginning of 20th century, what was the population? Here, the population of beginning of 20th century, that is 1.6 billions. At present, what is the population? September 2020, the world population is 7.8 billions. Right. Here, industrial capitalism had changed the livelihood of the people of West. Some countries, especially Britain, had taken the authority on, leading the countries and implemented its colonies worldwide countries. Worldwide, like India, Asia, some parts of Indonesia, implemented colonies. And here, the world countries were divided as West and Rest. West and Rest. West, which countries are developed economically, educationally, present in West side. Which countries are worst in conditions, very bad conditions like Asia and Africa, present in Rest. Right. So here, the historian, one great historian, Eric Hobsbawm, said the 20th century is the age of extremes. What he said, the age of extremes. See, let us see what are the extremes gone that period. Politically, the world saw shoots of aspiration, democratic aspiration, and the rise of fascistic ideology, which raising unquestioned authorities and who hating other people. And second thing is nationalistic societies by Nazis. Literature levels were increased and life expectancy also increased. Where is the more than half percent, means half of the percent of women got right to vote, and Next important thing is a new form of art, that is movies, emerged. Education levels also increased. The scientific knowledge also enhanced. The secret of atom and bomb revealed. And more than hundreds of nations behind of freedom to get independence. And here some countries are wanted to form socialistic societies. Socialistic societies based on equality and fraternity. Example, Russia. Next, some countries are liberal democracy. Some societies wanted to form the liberal society based on political liberty and capitalistic economy. Capitalistic economy like America. Example, we can say that. These are the extreme development over there in 20th century. Everything is extreme development. Is there any damaging? Definitely. Here, 1929, between 1929 and 1939, Great Depression we tasted. We had seen Great Depression, where the economic destruction over there, where some millions of people were unemployed, many factories were closed, innocent people were there on the road. We can see what happened? Great Depression. See, the stock exchange completely destroyed, which is present in USA. Stock market is present in USA, completely destroyed. Because of that, the Great Depression was happened in 1929, 1939. And here, not only this Great Depression, but also we tasted two world wars, World War I and World War II. Two world wars. See, because of these two world wars, some millions of innocent people were died, many millions of dislocated, and many were, they lost their parts of bodies. See, massive destruction we had seen between these two world wars. So after that, to bring the peace in the world, to bring back peace in the world countries, after First World War, League of Nations, some superior countries were started or formed or established League of Nations. And next, after Second World War, one more organization, that is United Nations Organization. These two are peace implementing organizations among the countries. Nothing but and great agreement among the countries. Understand? Start. Let us see what are the causes behind these wars and anything wrong with them, what happened actually. Let us see. See, obvious facts. Obvious facts, under that beginning of 20th century, because of this industrial capitalism, the Western countries were well developed. Just now I said Germany, Britain, France, Germany, Spain, Italy. So these countries were well developed. Because of this development, they loggerhead on each other. Means they wanted to get the authority on countries. So West countries' behavior was like that. And what of the remaining countries? Means rest countries are wanted to get freedom from these colonies, from these authority. Understand? So just they wanted to get freedom from the countries, third countries, but Western countries, they wanted to loggerhead to get the authority over the countries. They wanted to implement their markets worldwide. Right. So these countries, slowly what happened, these countries, big countries, secretly they formed as power blocks in the 20th century. They secretly alliances to each other. For example, Britain aligned with France, and France also allied Italy. So like that, the secret alliances over there. And finally they formed as power blocks in 20th century. So here some countries are allied powers like Serbia, Britain, France, USA, Italy, Russia. These are the allied powers, and Axis and Central powers led by Germany, Turkey, Bulgaria. Important is Germany. Germany led the Central and Axis powers in the war. And what are the causes of world wars actually? See, usually the war is all of a sudden it never comes. All of a sudden it never comes. See, behind these wars, many causes over there. Some causes are provocations. Immediate provocations are some, and prolonged causes are some. Together, they started world wars. Right. Let us see what is the immediate provocation of World War One and what is the sudden provocation of World War Two. Let us see. First, World War One. Causes of world wars. First, World War One. It was started from 1914 to 1918. 1914, 28th June it was started. What is the immediate provocation? So immediate provocation was Archduke Franz Ferdinand was murdered by Serbian fanatic. Here Serbia is a country. Serbia is a small island. Serbian fanatic was murdered, Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Then Austria demanded an explanation from Serbian government. But Serbian government given an explanation. But Austria was not satisfied with the explanation and they start war against Serbia. What the country Austria thought that Austria is a small island. Easily they can capture this island. But what happened? This Serbian country, Serbia is allied with the powerful countries here. Britain, France, USA, Italy. See, these countries are link up to each other. Right. So, to give the support of Serbia, Britain, France, USA, Italy, Russia came for war. Actually, first Britain, France are entered into the war and slowly Italy and as well as Russia also added. But Russia is come out in the year of 1917. Why it came outside? Because the civil revolution over there in Russia in 1917. So afterwards, I will explain. Russia came out from the war and USA is entered into the war 1 year later. See, 1914 was started, but USA 1915 it entered into the war, but given support to the Serbia. And here Austria supported by Germany, Turkey and Bulgaria, which are so powerful. Right. The war leads to 5 years nearly to 1914, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Nearly 5 years continuous war over there. Then what happened? Some millions of people were died. Innocent people were died. More economic destruction we had seen. Is it necessary to kill each other? But it was happening. Right. So after this first World War I, the League of Nations implemented. The League of Nations implemented. So about League of Nations, I will explain next step. Just briefly I want to say it. League of Nations was established by USA President. But League of Nations was failed. And what happened? In that League of Nations, one peace treaty of peace implemented, and in that meeting, Germany was punished by Britain countries. Okay, so they given huge penalty on Germany. So that's why this World War I peace agreement is a base for Second World War. And there was no realization of Germany. He was hating more than that before. He started more hesitate to these people. Right. So the peace meeting was, it's a base for Second World War. Right. Next, finally 1918 was finished with the failure of Germany. In World War I, Germany was completely failed. And finally, Britain winning the war. Right. So what was the sudden provocation of World War II? Start. Here we have to notice that some countries were not involved in World War I. Those are not participated countries were Holland, Norway, Sweden, Spain, Switzerland. See, Norway, Holland, Norway, Spain, Switzerland, these countries were not participated in World War I. And here one more important point is fanatic. Fanatic is nothing but those who are loves too much of their country and who hatred other people. Right. So Archduke was not liked, or not, this person was not liked by Serbian people. So that's why Serbian fanatic was killed the person. That was the major cause. That was the immediate cause of immediate provocation or cause, both are same, provocation of World War I. Now, let us see what was the immediate provocation of World War II. Actually, World War II was started in 1st September 1939. What was the immediate cause? Here, the German tanks were driving towards to the Poland Donjin port. Okay, this Donjin port was present in Poland. Actually, where it is, the Germany was between these two German lands, two territories of Germany, means North Germany or South Germany. So between these territories, a small port is present. This port is nothing but Donjin port. Actually, it is related to Poland. Actually belongs to Poland, that is. The Donjin port belongs to Poland country. But here what happened? Poland was refused to hand over to Germany. Why should they hand over to Germany? Right. So that's why, to give the punishment of Poland, German tanks were driving towards to the Poland. And here, Second World War, major person was Adolf Hitler. He thought that Poland is a small country, there is no help person to them, and easily we can kill them and we can capture Donjin port. But actually what? The country also allied with some other countries. Start. Poland allied with the allied powers like England, France, Russia and USA. Here, Germany is as usual Axis and Central Powers led, and it allied with Italy and Japan. And you have to notice that there is no country was left from the war. Means almost all the countries were involved in the World War II. See here, what we can say, the atom bombs, secret of atom bombs also revealed. Then what happened? We can just imagine the power of atom bomb. So that's why the damage of Second World War was more than First World War. More millions of people were died. Many lands like Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, which are present in Japan, the two lands were destroyed completely. Till now, there is no, even grass is not growing there. And people are suffering with lung infections, cancer, skin cancers and some breathing problems till now. See the effect of atom bombs. So that's why now we are not interested. All the countries, maximum all the countries were avoiding the world wars now. Let us turn to the long-term causes for World War, two world wars. See, First World War led in 19th century. Now, what are the long causes, prolonged causes for the World War I as well as II. First, aggressive nationalism, imperialism, secret alliances, militarism. These are the prolonged causes. Along with these prolonged causes, and one of the main cause for the World War II, that is dissatisfaction of Germany, which is penalted by nations, League of Nations or Treaty of Nations. Let us see one by one these causes. First, aggressive nationalism. Nationalism is nothing but it's an ideology of oneness. It's a great ideology. Nationalism is a great ideology which is created the feeling of oneness. With this nationalism, we got independence. Not only Indian children, many countries got independence. And in 9th class, we already discussed many countries, many countries or kingdoms made as nation states because of nationalism. The great ideology is nationalism because of it's a foundation of new nations. So the same nationalism is behind of two countries which is found of or form of Nazism, which is form of Germany as well as Italy. But here these two countries were followed aggressive nationalism, which is pride oneness and angered neighbors, hated neighbors. Here Italy followed fascism and Germany followed social nationalism. And these two countries are based on destructive mode. And here they wanted to get the authority on nations of European countries. Next, imperialism. Many Western countries, in Europe especially, in European countries became big countries. Because of capitalism, because of industrial capitalism, many countries like Germany, Italy and Japan, three nations are become bigger. They wanted to form colonies in remaining countries. And here already the world nations, big countries like Britain, France and Spain are already implemented colonies worldwide. And they searched for markets. And here they already captured much money and they kept in the banks. And now they wanted security for them only. As well as they wanted markets. They wanted market to sell their product worldwide. But here, newly emerged countries like Japan, Germany and Italy, these countries were developed and they wanted to recolonize the European countries. But here, the big countries which already formed the colonies worldwide, they are not ready to accept this. Next, so that's why secret alliances. These secret alliances were started by Germany. The defeat of France in 1870, the Bismarck, who was Chancellor of Germany, he allied with Austria in 1879. And next, he allied with Italy in 1892. Actually what? Bismarck wanted to keep Germany in isolated. But this isolation was destroyed by allying with the Austria as well as Italy. Finally, the countries formed triple alliances. These triple alliances is nothing but secret alliances. There is no other countries knows the bonding of these countries. See here, when Russia is against Austria, means Russia attacked on Austria, then Germany was supported to Austria and protected from Russia. The same like France, when France is attacked on Italy and Germany involved there and protected Italy from France. Here nothing but protecting to each other, is supporting to each other. See, nothing but triple alliances. Next, after defeating of France, also allied with the two countries, that is Russia. And same, France also wanted to isolate it, but secretly joined with other countries, secretly bonding the relation with other countries. In Russia, which is very powerful country, one of the powerful countries in Europe. Here France joined in 1891, as well as it also bonded the relation with the Britain in 1904. So finally, these big three countries, European countries, formed a triple entity in 1907. See here, triple alliances and triple entity. It's very important question, children. You will get 2 marks question, or for essay, school assistant social, or SGT, you can get this kind of questions. What are the countries in triple alliances? What are the countries were present in triple entity? And which year triple entity formed? What is the major country in triple entity? Britain. What was the major or central powers accessed by Germany? So like that, different kinds of questions we may get in 10th class, as well as school assistant social or SGT or even TET. Right. So all these competitive exams you have to keep in your mind and focus each and every point. Right. So here these countries were very developed, economically developed because of industrial capitalism. We know that. And here they wanted to get authority on one another. And instead of peace and security, providing peace or security in country of Europe, here they created fear and armed peace. What are the countries created? Fear and armed peace. Fourth, militarism. Military is the belief that it ensures the protection to the country, and it is the best way to provide the peace in the world. How can it possible? With the military, how can they protect the people? Understand? So they created terror in European countries. I mean, these big European countries created terror in Europe, not peace. And here they spent huge money from 1880 to 1914, 397 millions of pounds money they spent for their military. And you can see the graph which is given in your textbook. Are you seeing this? Yeah. So this is the graph they given in your textbook from 1880 to 1947. How increased the graph you can observe. And this is it is nothing but over 300% of money they spend to strengthen their military. And these money spent by big countries like Germany, Britain, France, Italy, even Japan, they spend huge money to strengthen their armed force. So here, the special context of the War II. What is the special context for War II? Here, the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles, actually Versailles is nothing but it's a place which is present in France. And here, the Treaty of Versailles, it's a big conference after World War I. They wanted to create peace in the world. They wanted to implement peace among the countries, and they wanted to give some assurance to European countries. And in the same time, they wanted to give warning as well as punishment, severe punishment wanted to give to the Germany, which was defeated in World War I. And here, especially one country, Russia, which was left from the war in 1917 because of civil revolution was started in Russia. That's why the Russia was left from World War I. So that's why the Russia was not invited by Britain. Next, remaining Germany, Austria, and Turkey. These countries were completely avoided for the conference. But 3/4 of European countries, three-fourths of world countries were joining conference. And here they provided a penalty, they punished the Germany by giving huge territories which are occupied by Germany. Here many parts which are present in Africa captured by Germany was taken back, wanted to give back from Germany. And two more important places, Alsace-Lorraine, which are present in Europe, belongs to France. They demanded to give back to France. Alsace-Lorraine, two territories which are related to France. Next, they wanted to weaken their strength, army strengthen from 900,000 to 100,000. See, nearly 800,000 they wanted to weaken the Germany strength. Next, dozen torpedo boats. These dozen torpedo boats demanded to Germany to destroy each. Why all these penalties? These penalties because to weaken the Germany, given by the Treaty of Versailles. And here the Treaty of Versailles leads to the League of Nations, which is a peace organization after World War I. Very important. What is the peace organization after First World War? That is, the League of Nations are established in 1919. Right. So here these League of Nations are formed by Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson, who is the President of America. And here, nearly when it led to peak level in 1934, the organization was consist of 58 members only. And actually, what these League of Nations are wanted to provide the collective protection to the world countries. They wanted to provide collected protection to the world countries. And here the League of Nations also given some more facilities to the world countries, that is international, with the help of international agencies for health, providing health and welfare of the people and court of justice. If any countries are fight among themselves, they involve this case and they clear out their problems. But here, one thing we have to remember, that is Woodrow Wilson, who was the main candidate and active participant in the League of Nations, and he was not the member of organization. That is the first negative point of the League of Nations. Right. And here, whatever promises, whatever the agreements over there between these defeated countries and victorious countries, between these agreements were completely failed. And Germany and Italy was completely crossed their limits, and this agreement was destroyed by these countries. So that is why the League of Nations was completely failed. Right. German challenge to vengeful domination. So because of this Treaty of Versailles, German countries wanted to take revenge on European countries, especially on Allies countries. Right. And actually what these Allies countries wanted to get the realization of German countries, or Germany especially. But here Germany did not get any realization, and along with that he developed the aggressiveness on these Allies countries, and he wanted to regain the territories which are giveaway to France as well as to European places, and they wanted to regain their strength, and they wanted to take the revenge on these Allies countries. Next, the fear of socialism and USSR. After First World War, the European countries are tuned tuned on socialism as well as nationalism. Socialism and communism, the great ideology of nationalism. Right? Just now I said, this nationalism is nothing but feeling of oneness, is definitely creating one new thing. It is actually a known fact. In 1917, what happened in Russia? 1917, the Russian Revolution was held in Russia. Because of that, the Tsar ruling was destroyed by the people. And here they created the communistic society or government formed in Russia. One more big breakthrough after this Tsar ruling, they formed with the allies of some countries, and Russia became USSR, United Soviet Socialistic Russia, in 1924. And this was given a great idea or great think of this change remaining countries of Europe as well as world countries. And the change was feared by remaining countries of Europe, especially the capitalistic countries like Britain. Britain was feared about this change which was held in USSR. With the same spirit in Germany, the Nazis, which are created by Adolf Hitler, is encouraged their Nazi people with the spirit of socialism. They wanted to get the authority and wanted to take the revenge on Allies countries. Right. So finally, in 1934, with Germany wanted to attack on USSR. At the same time, Japan also wanted to attack on USA. Then what happened? USSR is allied with USA. We know that already. Britain, France, USA, USSR are all the allies countries. And here Germany, Japan, Austria and remaining Hungary is remaining at central countries, entity countries. And here Germany also joined with Japan. And together Germany and Japan is attacked in 1942 on USA by Japan and USSR by Germany. But finally in 1945, completely Germany was defeated. Second time also, in Second World War also, the Germany was defeated by Allies country. But here, the Second World War, after Second World War, destruction was the most, we can't expect that the most. Finally, Second World War also, the Germany was defeated by Allies countries. Right. See, what were the consequences of these two world wars? Let us see. Enormous human cost. Enormous human cost means huge population, huge people was died. See here, First World War, 10 millions of people were died because of World War I. See, under 10 million, 70,000 were Indians. Who were 70,000 of Indians. And Second World War, 20 to 25 millions of people were died. See here, if we compare the number of people who are died because of nuclear and chemical power they were used in Second World War, there is no comparison between World War I and II, because they revealed the, what you can say, atomic bomb. Because of the power, chemical power they used, they completely destroyed some places. What were the destroyed places? Many more. But here, till now, two places which are present in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, these places, till now they are suffering a lot because of these chemical reactions. And here if we observe, there is no even grass also not growing in these two areas. People are suffering till now with the lung cancers, lung diseases and skin cancers. Some prolonged diseases, breathing problems. We can identify that how much the atmosphere was destroyed or polluted by these chemical powers. These chemical power. Two wars brought the undemocratic countries brought dangerous wars, and it completely tuned into the democratic countries. After First World War, say democratic principles are accepted. So before this, we have to know one more point under human caste. 6 millions of Jews were killed by Germans, especially Nazi. Because German people, Hitler hated the Jewish people. So that's why many countries of Europe killed these Jews by Nazis. The Holocaust, and they thought that Holocaust of Jesus Christ because of these Jews. So that's why Adolf Hitler was hated Jews, and that's why they wanted to kill all these Jewish people. Nearly 6 millions were killed by Nazis. Next, come to the democratic principle accepted. Just now I said. So because two wars, because of undemocratic societies, we hurted a lot. So that's why world countries tune towards to democratic countries. After First World War, many empires like Austro-Hungarian Empire, Russian Empire, Ottoman Empire, German Empire become completely destroyed, and they became different countries. So like these Russian Empire, it towards went on socialistic revolution, and Ottoman made a secular state, and German Empire became Weimar Republic, as well as Austro and Hungary Empire became democratic countries. Right. So like that, after First World War, the European countries were made as in different manner. Next, change in balancing of power. After First World War, after these empire divided into nation states, and they depend on depend on their society, like socialistic revolution or Ottoman Republic, secular state or democratic countries. So then they start to draw wanted to draw the world map. The map was Eastern and Central European was redrawn. Because only this side, where Eastern side as well as Central European side of it, the changes over, more changes over. That's why they redrawn the world map. So after that, after Second World War, many countries in Asia and Africa, many countries, they became democratic countries. They completely decolonized of Asia and Africa. Then the world map completely changed. So that after changing the world map, we are also seeing now the same map we are using now, right? Next, new international organizations. Here we have seen two organizations. After First World War, League of Nations was held in 1919. So we know that just now I explained these League of Nations was completely failed. So after Second World War, United Nations Organization was held in 1945 after Second World War. So here League of Nations as well as UNO both are peace meetings or peace conference to implement peace among the countries. Right. Come to UNO, it was started in 1947 with consist of 4 principles. What were the 4 major principles? First is preserve peace. Preserve peace among the countries, because peace was completely, the countries were destroyed. Every country is suffering a lot, and next time the war should not come to the countries. So till now the UNO is working. That's why till now, after 1945, till now we are not getting any war with other countries, right? So because of the active participation of UNO, till now we did not get any war. Of course, civil wars are going on with Pakistan and some other countries, Iraq and Iran, right? But here the UNO was involved the problem and clearing out the problems, right? So preserve peace among the countries. Next, uphold human rights. Now, as a human, we have human rights. Our Indian constitution given rights to the citizens of India, as well as here UNO also given human rights to the people, world people. With the help of human rights, we can happily live in any place of the world. Respect international law. Here international court is there. Whatever countries conflict over there between countries, so then the international court is involved in the problem and it try to clearing out the problems. Next, promote the social progress. Promote the social progress. It is encouraging to the world societies to develop in manner. And UNO having many special organizations or organs, we know that. What are that? UNESCO, United Nations International Children Emergency Fund, UNICEF, UNESCO and WHO, World Health Organization, ILO International, Labour Organizations. Many special organizations are working on UNO and all these are working towards developmental of the countries, right? And here, after this formation of UNO, the two countries are more developed, that is USA and USSR. And the work of UNO till now we can see enfranchisement of women. Here, women 50%, half of the percent of constitute of women in the world population. Here women active participated, especially in wartime, World War I and II. When men is out of the home responsibility was taken by women. And here not only household work, but also the future of their children, and they work in the school, hostels, hospitals, and even factories also work, and they fight to get bread. And these people are breadwinners in Russia. What not? Every work involved by women. And here, after a long struggle, but there is no identification. There is no identity to women. There is no importance for women. So that's why they fight against to get right. That is enfranchisement of women. After long struggle in 1918 in Britain, women got right to vote in Britain. But here actually, first women got right to vote in New Zealand. New Zealand women first got right to vote in 1893 itself. What a great thing. So after that succeeded in Australia, means Australian women got right to vote in 1902. Finland continued 1906, and as well as India recognized in 1925 in Commonwealth Bill that have to give the importance to women. Okay, in 1925 the Commonwealth Bill, they recognized the importance of women. Then little bits of given the right to vote, but full-fledged the women got right to vote in India in 1951 and 52. Right. See, that's all for today's class, children. Hoping you understand betterly. If you have any doubts, you can comment. Definitely, I will reply to you. And this lesson is very important not only for 10th class students but also who are preparing for TET. I mean teacher eligibility test of AP as well as Telangana, school assistant social studies and TCT, and also competitive exams. And those who are preparing for all these exams, you can watch my video. Thanks for watching my video. If you like the video, please like it, share it and subscribe for more videos. Have a good day.